Hello everyone, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by and checking the channel out, checking the video out. It's just one of those days. I'm going to get right into it. Pretty straightforward. We're going to do Every Rose Has Its Thorn by Poison. One thing to keep in mind, this song, they play this a half step tuned down. So I'm going to play it in standard tuning though, so if you're playing along to the album and you're wondering what the problem is, it's because you're not tuned down to E flat. So, but again, I'm going to play it just standard. Only because I really just think tuning down sometimes is a pain. So that's just my take on it. But anyway, very simple. I say simple, but straightforward in terms of the chords. If you know your basic chords, you can handle this one, I think, pretty well. Again, I'm in standard tuning, so what I'm playing is a G, C, that's C add 9. There's a D in there. Okay, those are the chords that we're using for the verse and the chorus, basically. And then we've got the bridge going into that second solo, and all that is it's an E minor to a D, that's C add 9, and a G, and I kind of walk down and I'll show you what that's all about as well. But that's kind of it. So as long as you know those chords, you're good to go. And if you want to really kind of get into the mood of that tune, I guess at the very beginning on the album, there's that big exhale. So if you want to get dramatic, go for it. But I'm going to leave that out. So the strumming is a little different. It's not like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. There's an odd strumming pattern to it, but just listen to it, and then you kind of just, even if you're going to practice it, you don't have to The strumming pattern is very similar to that, so it's like. It's not perfect, but you get the hang of it. So I'll go right into it. So we start off on the G. Okay, that's basically the strumming pattern for the most part, so get a hang of that. But you can do it any way you want. Again, you're on an acoustic guitar by yourself, or a duo, whatever it might be. Do what you want. It's up to you. Right? G and the C add 9. Okay? Leading up into that chorus, and I guess at the back end of the verse, the chord changes are going to be almost twice as fast. Not that you're going super fast, but the tempo changes. It's going to go from this. Right? So it's going to change to this. All right, so when it changes, you're going to play that C and the G and that C combination twice. Right? Okay, that turnaround, that change is going to go into a D now. Back to that C. Hold it. And then when you go to that G, you're going right into the chorus, right? So again, the back end of the verse is going to be the quicker changes. It's one time. Twice to the D. Now you can play that D regular. You can kind of hammer and pull to give it some little flavor there. Back to that C add 9. Guess that's why they sing. Right to the chorus. You just kind of going back to that slower tempo. Now here's another change. When it gets to the part Every Cowboy, go to the G. I play it slow and I can't get to it sometimes. Let's just try it again together. Now I'm really lost. All right, so. Right? Still in the chorus now. G. Right? Cowboys on the D. Going back to that C. And you're going to hold that G. Every rose has its thorn. When you get to Thorn, though, you're going to that C again. That's when that first solo kicks in, all right? So let's kind of do this together slowly again. I know I was all over the place, and I think I got it right, but when I slow it down, my mind just goes to mush. Let's try it again. Chorus. All right, we're doing the C, G. Now we're doing that twice now. That's C, that G, C, right? So the third time we go to the G, cowboy to the D, C, sad song, back to the G. Hold that G. Every rose has its. Now we're going to that C, okay? Back to the very beginning, basically. Right? So we're going to do that all over again. That same, you know, again, you could hold that G and C as long as you want before the next verse, up to you. But you can do the verse. Again, the verse is kind of looking at two sections basically. It's a little quicker with the chord changes and vice versa, or I should say longer with the chord changes, and then quicker the second time around. You're going to go into that chorus. Here's where it changes now. You're coming out of that second chorus. You're going into the bridge. Okay, so we're going to go to every cowboy. Every cowboy sings a sad. We're going to hold it. Right? Hold it. Let's go to that bridge. Four chords, basically, okay? E minor. To the D. That's C add 9. To the G. I leave this up to you now. You're going to repeat that. What I tend to do is, you can go right back to that E minor, so if we did it the first time. Do it that way. What I tend to do is, especially if I'm on an acoustic guitar, if I'm playing solo, I will put a little walk down in there. I'll show you how we do it. One, two, right to that E minor. So it gives you a little bass movement in there. We're gonna do it again. You hold that C the second time around a little bit longer. And you get to that part at the end there where, I should say at the end, I guess it kind of is at the end, where you're going to, again, go back to that G. But you kind of get the percussion now on the instrument. If you hear, you hear somebody, I guess it's C.C. DeVille's doing one of those. If I can get it right. Basically, you're gonna go back into the verse, chorus, same thing. That's basically the patterns right there. Don't want to say it's easy, but I don't want to say it's hard either, because I think if you know your basic chord structures, you've got this down pretty well. Actually, I think that for this song, just that strumming pattern, it's a little odd. So I guess I catch it on the upswing here when I go right there. I mean, you can play whatever you want. I kind of just hitting these 2 or 3 strings right here. That's basically it. So I think that's it. It was pretty straightforward. If I missed something, I'm sure you're gonna let me know, which is cool because that means I wasn't really prepared for that. So but straightforward, good tune. Played it live, both full band and acoustic. Always goes over well. Again, 80s tunes. I mean, they just really, I know they've gotten a lot of flack over the years, but I'm telling you, man, they hold up. So if you're into the 80s, I got a whole bunch of other 80 tunes out there too, so check them out. So thank you. Again, thank you very much. Appreciate you checking this out. Check out the other videos. Comments below are really welcome. I love the interaction I've been having lately with a lot of you out there. So very cool. Thumbs up. Appreciate it. Be safe out there. We'll see you soon.